In the grand tapestry of the animal kingdom, few creatures are as instantly recognizable. Often perceived merely as a walking pincushion, a solitary wanderer armed with a formidable defense, there is a much deeper, more intricate story to tell. This is not just an animal of simple defense but a creature of remarkable adaptation, surprising gentleness, and vital ecological importance. Before we go on this journey, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel to continue learning daily. The porcupine story is one of incredible adaptability, and nowhere is this more evident than in the vast range of habitats it calls home. From the dense, damp woodlands of North America, to the sun-scorched deserts of Africa, and the lush, tropical rainforests of Southeast Asia. In coniferous forests you might find them denning in hollow logs or tucked into rocky crevices, often revealed only by gnawed bark on nearby trees. In open grasslands and savannas they may opt for subterranean burrows, and serve as secure nurseries for their young. The porcupine is, at its core, a dedicated herbivore. A creature whose life revolves around the patient consumption of plant matter. Its diet, though seemingly simple, is wonderfully varied and shifts dramatically with the changing seasons. In the lush months of spring and summer, a veritable feast is on offer, using their dexterous paws to manipulate food with surprising delicacy. In autumn and winter they turn to one of their most well-known food sources, bark. Using their powerful, ever-growing incisors, they strip the outer and inner bark from trees. They gnaw on bones, shed antlers, and even human-made objects like tool handles, showcasing another layer of their complex survival strategy. To live in the wild is to be constantly aware of danger. And for the porcupine, the list of potential threats is long and varied. In the forests of North America, fishers, wolverines, mountain lions have learned through generations of trial and error how to hunt these prickly creatures. In Africa, leopards, hyenas, lions, even from above, danger looms in the form of large birds of prey like great horned owls. A single misstep can result in a face full of quills, a painful and often fatal injury. These quills can work their way deep into flesh, causing infection. Because of this, most predators will give a porcupine a wide berth, recognizing that the potential meal is simply not worth the agonizing risk involved. The anatomy of a porcupine is a masterwork of defensive engineering. While sizes vary between species, from the small tree-dwelling porcupines of South America to the massive crested porcupines of Africa, which can weigh over 25 kilograms, they all share a common, robust body plan. They're built low to the ground, with short, powerful legs and strong claws for digging burrows and climbing trees. Of course, the most defining feature is their coat of quills. These are not ordinary hairs but stiff hollow spines made of keratin. A single North American porcupine can possess over 30,000 of these remarkable structures. Each quill is sharp at the tip and covered in microscopic overlapping barbs that face backward. They navigate their world primarily through sound and scent, sniffing the air for signs of food or danger. The most persistent myth surrounding the porcupine is that it can throw or shoot its quills at an attacker. This is, quite simply, untrue. Instead, the quills are very loosely attached to the skin and detach with the slightest touch. The porcupine's defensive strategy is reactive, not proactive. When a threat is detected, a remarkable transformation occurs. Muscles at the base of each quill contract, causing the entire coat of spines to stand erect, creating a much larger and more intimidating profile. The porcupine will often turn its back to the aggressor, protecting its vulnerable face. It may then perform a sudden backward rush, a surprisingly swift maneuver designed to impale the unwary predator. The porcupine can then make its escape, leaving the predator to deal with the painful consequences. Beyond their incredible defensive capabilities, porcupines possess a wealth of other fascinating traits. Many species, particularly the North American porcupine, are surprisingly adept swimmers. Their hollow quills act as a natural flotation device, helping to keep them buoyant. They are also far more vocal than one might imagine. Soft grunts, whines, high-pitched shrieks, tooth chattering. Mothers and their young, known as porcupets, share a particularly gentle and complex vocal repertoire. In their ecosystem, porcupines play a subtle but important role. Their gnawing on trees can actually help thin out dense forest stands, allowing more sunlight to reach the forest floor. They are not just armored wanderers but quiet gardeners and architects of their environment. And so, our brief glimpse into the life of the porcupine comes to a close. We have seen that behind the formidable armor lies a creature of surprising complexity and gentle habit. From its adaptable nature that allows it to colonize diverse habitats across the world to its specialized diet and ingenious passive defense. This is an animal that has perfected the art of being left alone, an animal whose very presence shapes the forest around it. By understanding its world, from its craving for salt to its surprisingly tender maternal care, we replace fear and misunderstanding with a deep sense of wonder and appreciation. The natural world is filled with such extraordinary stories waiting to be discovered. What was your favorite fact about porcupines today? Share it in the comments below and follow for more wildlife adventures.